Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. My name is Christine and this is Everyday Yoga. I think everybody should do yoga every day. It's what keeps me grounded and sane in years like 2020 and what's starting to look like 2021 too. So I hope you enjoy this practice. It's actually inspired by my little sister who gave me this shirt for Christmas in 2020. I'm done adulting, let's just go to Disney. I think it's important to tap into our playful sides. So whatever makes you feel playful, whatever gives you fun, whatever you enjoy, I encourage you to do that a little bit more. But we can also make yoga a little playful. So let's go ahead and come into a butterfly position, cobbler's pose, or Baddha Konasana as it's known in Sanskrit. Bring the feet together. And maybe you might clasp your toes in your hands and really draw the shoulders down the back body, away from the ears, and lift the heart, kind of tucking the chin in a little bit to keep the neck long. Feel free to close your eyes here. I always find it helps me come more firmly into the body and into the present moment. Or you can take a soft gaze, or you can keep your eyes wide open, whatever makes you feel good here. But let's just kind of gently flap those little butterfly wings. Just make it gentle, make it playful. Just bring them up and down. Maybe draw the heels in a little bit closer. Just flapping those wings. Breathing, noticing the breath. Letting the air come all the way down into the belly as you just flap your butterfly wings. And maybe inhale the heart forward and begin to hinge forward a little bit, keeping those shoulder blades down the back, keeping the chin slightly tucked, maybe still flapping those wings. Maybe you're gaining speed here. Maybe you're kind of diving down towards a little flower or a pond. Visualize flying around as a little butterfly. Maybe come a little farther forward. If you want to slow the flapping of the wings down, you can. Maybe just go ahead and let your heart melt towards your feet, rounding the back. And just breathing here as you just look at your feet. Expanding the skin of the back as you inhale. Maybe coming a little farther down towards your feet as you exhale. Noticing what you feel in the inner thighs. This isn't super comfortable for you, of course you can have your feet out a little farther away from the body. Or maybe you've got a couple blocks or some pillows you can rest the knees on if that feels good. Maybe you want to rub your feet while you're here. There's nothing wrong with that. Show those toes a little love. Maybe that big joint right underneath the big toe needs a little bit of massage here. Maybe squeeze the toes a smidge. Just let it be fun and light and easy and playful. Maybe pull the toes a little bit. Maybe open the feet like a book and really get a nice stretch in that outer calf. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring your feet over to the right side. Kind of out to the side, so you're sitting on your left hip a little bit. And extend the fingertips out to the side so you can sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead, and then exhale as you twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the outside of the right thigh, or left thigh, excuse me. And the left hand right back behind your hip here, as you stretch in this little mermaid position. Inhaling here, exhaling to twist any amount more, and your gaze can be forward or it can be back over the left shoulder. And then we're going to bring the gaze forward, and we're going to take that left hand just a little closer into our body here. And you're going to bring the right hand out like you're serving hors d'oeuvres to the queen. And then we're going to inhale and press into the palm of that left hand as we extend our right hand over our body. Make a nice little rainbow with the body as we lift the hips and press into that outer right hip. Think of rainbows here. Inhaling to open up that side body. Exhaling to just let yourself go. And when you're ready, inhale the right arm back up to the top and switch sides. Feet go over to the left side. They can be stacked on top of each other or just side by side, whatever works best for your body. Fingertips out to the side to support your spine. Bring the crown up towards the sky. Inhale the arms up into this victorious pose, and then exhale to twist over to the right. Inhaling here to draw the crown towards the sky and tuck the chin slightly. And exhale just to twist any amount more. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the neck tell you where it wants to be. And then we're going to draw that right hand in a little closer and serve the queen her hors d'oeuvres as we inhale, pushing out into that left hip, lifting up, drawing the left arm over just like a rainbow. Inhaling, feeling the expansion in the hip and the ribs. Exhaling just to come closer to that pot of gold over on the right side. And when you're ready, inhale back up to center. Bring the hips back down. And let's go ahead and bring our legs right up underneath us. This is hero's pose right here. There's a lot of variations of it. But we're going to start here. We're just going to inhale the arms out and overhead. And then exhale, drawing the hands behind us so that we can clasp our hands behind us. And draw those shoulder blades down the back as you lift the heart and tuck the chin. Inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale, bringing the forehead towards the floor. Maybe lifting the palms. Maybe coming up on your knees a little bit so that the top of your head can be right on the earth. Slight little inversion here. With your eyes open, you can see the world from a completely different perspective than you're used to. And then when you're ready to release the arms, go ahead and do so and let them draw in front of you and bring your heart closer to your knees. When you're ready, go ahead and begin to roll yourself up, just like a brand new plant shooting itself up from the earth. Inhale the arms back up into victorious pose. Exhale, hands behind you. Clasp the hands again, but this time do it in the weird way. Not the way you normally clasp your hands. Switch everything over one finger. And then as we exhale, begin to bow forward, bringing the crown of the head towards the earth, maybe lifting the hips a little bit, drawing the clasped hands up towards the sky. This is not a very adult pose in most of our view, being upside down on the floor. But enjoy it. Let it be fun. And when you're ready, release the hands, stretch the arms forward, bring the hips back down towards the heels, and then roll yourself up again. Inhaling the arms out into this victorious pose. And then we're going to bring the hands together and just rub them really, really fast, making heat. I do this whenever I donate blood because they say if your hands are warm, you have more iron. I don't know if it's true or not, but I do it anyway and it feels good. But really rub them really fast. And then when you stop, just bring the hands an inch or two away from one another and notice what you feel in the hands. Do you feel movement, energy, aliveness? Maybe take those hands over your eyes. Maybe you don't want to touch your face now because you just touched your feet. I totally get that. You can just hover over the eyes. Bringing that aliveness to your face, maybe a little warmth. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the palms down to the thighs. And let's curl the toes up underneath us and come up onto our toes here in this little froggy position. We're just going to open up the hips here, maybe taking them out to the side a little bit in this nice little squat. Just kind of walking the hands back and forth, staying low to the ground. Maybe take the knees out really super wide. Maybe both heels can come flat to the earth, maybe not. Maybe you might want to push your triceps to the insides of the thighs so you have this kind of counterbalance here where you can bring your hands to the heart. Breathing here, very primal position here. Maybe bring your hands back to the earth and extend that left leg out to the side. Maybe point those left toes up to the sky a little bit, noticing what you feel in that left leg. Maybe walking the hands over to the left, lifting up the toes of the right foot. Letting that stretch on the inner thigh just happen. Nothing fancy. Maybe go from side to side. Exploring what feels good here in your body. Let's go ahead and bring the right knee into the earth and stack the left knee over the left ankle and kind of inch the right knee back a little bit so we're in this sort of a low lunge position. Inhale the heart forward, kind of draw the left hip back so that you can square the hips towards the front of your mat. And as you inhale here, really direct your focus to the inside of the right thigh, this hip flexor area. And as you exhale, think about actively drawing those shoulder blades down the back. Inhaling into that hip flexor, and if you like, you can curl those right toes under and lift the right knee, pressing the right heel back for an even deeper stretch if that feels good here. And then let's set that right knee back down on the earth. And this is going to look a little tricky, but we're going to draw the left foot in front of us, bending that left knee and kind of coming down to the mat here. So we're in this pigeon pose, this pigeon position, where the left heel is anywhere from parallel to the front of the mat, like that, or all the way down towards this right hip flexor. Your palms or your fingertips can be on the mat. If you've got a pillow or a blanket handy, you can stuff it underneath that left cheek. Give you a little more stability. But as you become more flexible, you might find you don't need that pillow or block there. Inhale here, drawing the heart forward. Exhale, shoulders down the back. And then maybe come a little bit closer to the floor here. Maybe you want to be on your forearms. Maybe you can stack one hand on top of the other and bring the forehead to the top of the hands. And as you breathe here, notice what you feel in your hips. Notice how your back feels. Notice the place where your forehead is touching the floor or the mat or your hands. Breathing as you expand the back body, inhaling. And as you exhale, let go. Notice if there's any place that you're holding tension or exerting effort where you really don't need to, and just let it go. You might want to extend your hands out away from the body in this kind of child's pose position. If you explore that and you find it to be a little much, go ahead and come back to the previous position, whatever feels good here. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding that nice stretch here. When you're ready, go ahead and inhale, back up, walk your hands up closer to the body. Remove the blanket or cushion if you've got one there, and we're just going to set back down to the earth. Come right back to that butterfly. Flap those wings just a smidgen more. Realign the hips, get everything nice and straight. And then we're going to come on over and do the whole thing on the other side. Come to this lunge. Right knee stacked over the right ankle. Maybe inch that left hip away a little bit to make more space in this lunge. Inhale, heart forward, chin tucked. Exhale, shoulder blades down the back. Draw that right hip back so that the left can come forward. And as you inhale, focus on this area here in the left hip, letting it expand and stretch and make space. Maybe curl those left toes under if you want a little bit more here, pressing the heel back and away. Breathing in this space. And when you're ready, draw that left knee back to the earth. And then we're going to do that same fancy move here, just inching the right foot over to the left side, drawing it closer to the left hip crease. And again, if you've got the flexibility here and the front of the calf, the shin can be parallel to the mat, go for it. I don't have that kind of flexibility, so this is where I'm most comfortable, is where this heel is right here by the hip. And again, you can use a blanket here or a block under the right cheek. Inhale the heart forward, chin tucked, and exhale, come down to whatever position speaks to you. Maybe you want your hands in prayer position, or you can just rest your forehead on your thumbs. Maybe stacked one on top of the other. That's where you were on the other side. You might want to switch it up if you had your right hand on top last time. This time have your left hand on top. Science tells us that whenever we do something that's a little unusual, like using a non-dominant hand for a task, we are creating new connections in the brain, new synapses. So whenever you think of it and you're mindful of it, switch it up a smidge.
Continue to breathe here, letting the back body stretch as you inhale and letting go of any effort or tension that's not supporting you here in this pose. You might notice you're clenching your jaw or your toes are unnecessarily scrunched up. Just let it go. Breathing here. I could stay in this position literally all day long. Well, I don't know about literally. I have never attempted it, but it just feels really, really good. I hope you're finding it to be as supportive of your body as I do. But we do have to continue on with the day. So let's come back up, walk the fingers closer to the body. And then let's go ahead and come back to center, to this nice little cross-legged position. Maybe your practice supports lotus or half lotus. Maybe you prefer Siddhasana. Let it be playful and fun though. Cross-legged, like if you were doing duck, duck, goose when you were a kid. I encourage you to tap into your inner child whenever you have a chance. Take good care of that kid. No one else can do that now. Only you can. So let your life be fun and playful. Find things that make you laugh and bring you joy. Maybe let go of some of the adulting every now and then. And even if we can't go to Disney, we can bring Disney to us. Maybe even find a good Disney movie to watch. But try to keep that mindset today as you move forward in the day. One of playfulness, one of newness, one of open-mindedness. And let yourself enjoy everyday tasks, bringing a sense of fun and a sense of play to whatever you do today. And as always, let's inhale the arms out and up and grab a little sunshine and positivity as you exhale, bringing the hands together and down to the heart, where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste.